Hi everybody, Rita here with GmaReezScrapShack. I'm so excited to show you guys this book. It's just, I've been working on it for the last couple of weeks, I guess. It's really big. I made my first tassel, and I was inspired to make the tassel by a tassel that I received in the mail from sweet friend. Oh goodness, I'm dropping everything. That's always how it goes, huh? Anyway, I got this one. Sweet Elzebel's bookshelf. Ellie Ellie made this one, and I liked it so much. It has a cute little bead dangle on it, and it came with my eccentric, what was this called? I'm not sure what it was called, but she made me this, and I love it so much. I even like this. I have to make one of those, and it's just so charming. Can't wait to write in that. Anyway, so today I'm sharing this journal, this beautiful junk journal I made for my sweet friend. We're in a swap. Her name's Rhonda Winstead. Everybody knows Rhonda without an H. Yeah, so it's covered with a Levi shirt, you know, and it's so thick. It's the worst case of alligator mouth. I can't even close it. But it's so yummy. I'm so in love with this book, and I'll tell you why I'm so excited. Because when Rhonda and I agreed to do a swap, we agreed to make a journal with everything that we love ourselves. So she's getting this journal from me, and everything inside of it is something that I love or, you know, inspired to make in a journal. So first thing I did was on the inside pocket, I made a a pin, a flat pin out of some Levi material. And of course it has my favorite ladybug on it. And she can form this to fit in her hand, and it'll always be inside her journal. So that's the first thing right there, is that. This is a beautiful doily I got from my sweet friend Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. It looks so good in here. I love it. This digital I haven't put in my shop yet, but it's just of a scanned Levi shirt, and on the front I laid a piece of fabric that looks like, I think you've seen it before. Yeah, it's this. It says Home Sweet Home, and it's a cross-stitch one that I had made many years ago. So, you know, of course you don't want that on every page, so on this page I covered it with a scan of an old card that my best friend sent me, and it was of this beautiful front porch, and it's so my style. I totally love this because it totally reminds me of my home. Dave and I have this blue, like, vinyl siding on our house with white trim. So this, that always reminds me of my own house. And of course I love country, shabby chic. So the very first tag that pulls out of the pocket is a TsunamiRose book, library card, with some beautiful flowers on it. And because it has to have all my favorites in it, I love lobster with lemon, so I used my washi to decorate this. And then on the back side it has my favorite picture that hangs in my house, and this is a saying that my son, you know, gifted to me on my birthday. So that's in there for her. So every signature, what I did was I printed out the Levi, because I love Levi's, you know, and I put some of my favorite paper on the edges, and I made pockets. So, and on the inside of each pocket I lined it with some beautiful paper of the doilies, not doilies, I'm sorry, handkerchiefs. And I will, you know, I will add to the bottom all the information so you guys will have it. But inside each pocket or signature, I took Edith Holden pages and I sewed prayers to them. So each one has a prayer on it, And I also added a little bit of the crochet cotton lace and some of the coffee stained paper. So every pocket has, you know, lined with this beautiful paper, and it has Edith Holden in it. And on the back sides of my Levi shirts, I did the scans of my tablecloth that a quilt that I made for mine and Dave's bed. But it got too heavy, so we use it as a tablecloth in my kitchen. Of course, I added some vintage music because I love the music paper. And I love music, and I love farm animals. So there's a barn here, and then the very first page here has paper clip, ticket, paper clip, and I just stamped "and the story begins." So that's on the first page there. So she can put some under there. This was embroidery from a skirt that I got at Goodwill. This is just some stenciling, a little farmer stamp, and a ladybug. All those things are my favorite. You know, some coffee stained paper. This was just a cut apart that had some patchwork on it that I thought was so pretty. And of course, I've been making the Raggedy Ann dolls, so I had to put a picture in there that says, "Let's play." And then here there's just a little description of happiness. This just says vintage, and it says inspiration. And right here I made a tiny little circle pocket with some strawberries in it because I love strawberries. This is from Fruit Juicy. Thank you. It's a digital from Ellie Bell's bookshelf. Here's a tiny little tag, and this is half of a doily here. I know I'm going so slow, I need to go faster. Some lemons. I love lemons. This is just some little tags I made. It says "Laugh until it hurts" and "Know that you're loved." This was just on some chipboard. There's a couple of little coloring spots, or, you know, places to journal. And it's of the Raggedy Ann dolls. And then there's a vintage ball jar. I love these. It's a digital. Count the Happies is another cut apart from that paper that I loved. This mesh, this plastic netting, came from when you buy garlic in the store. And I use it as a double pocket. There's like 2 pieces of it, so you could put, you know, there's like 2 pockets there. So these just kind of go back in there real quick. Oh, I have a feeling this video is going to take forever. There's some farm animal stamp I have right there because I love that. Chicken, some more embroidery. I made her a huge tag of a bird that I painted for my friend Karen that lives in the UK. And the tag is embossed with some chicken wire. There's some lace and some vintage music paper. And then this is just some, you know, hand stripped ribbon that I make out of an old sheet. And this just says "Everything happens for a reason." It's just scrunched up and it has lots of places to write. Here's a doily with Tsunami Roses. And here's a paper clip that just has a little bit of ball chain and some scissors for crafting. Sorry, you guys, I'm having some sinus trouble with my allergies. Some more farm animals and vintage music paper. Another piece of my favorite paper on this doily tuck. This says "Still Plays with Dolls," and it has a scanned copy, a scanned image of one of the Raggedy Ann dolls I just made a couple of weeks ago that I sold to my friend Vicky. I put a little plastic button here that looks like a heart because on the inside of the Raggedy Ann dolls it's embroidered a heart that says "I love you." There's lots of sewing here. This flips open. It's a time card that's been coffee stained, and it has some of my favorite little flowers on it. And some roses, Tsunami Roses on the back. Some more roses, some more paper. This is just a little fabric strip to make the little fold. Here's the Rita Donnelly flip. but it's got a twist. It's got several layers. And Laura inspired me to do this. I saw her do it, and I loved the way it looked. So basically all you do is take, 3 or 4, 5 pieces of paper and just sew down the middle, and then you have a layered corner flip. And then this is another one of my watercolored birds I painted a long time ago. Well, yeah, 7/16/2017, and I just made a little, a card for her. It just sits right here, since it's all about me. Here's a favorite little bluebird. I love this napkin. So that's a napkin decoupage. This is just a little piece of fabric and some crochet cotton sewed on the corner. Some more farm animals on some vintage music paper. This is some scanned music paper that's, just the lines. This is a digital kit, and this is from a digital kit. Here's the little bunny. My sweet friend Jenny, she's known for this little bunny. Because she loves her little bunnies, and I was watching her video the other day, and I said, you know what, I have that rubber stamp. I'm going to put Bunny in here. So I borrowed her bunny, and it's got a vintage card in here that's just stamped Remember, and on the other side of it, I sewed some fabric that I thought was pretty. That's just in here with this little, as in the pocket, but this little deer is so cute. This digital came from Elsie Bell's bookshelf. I think that was a freebie for thanking me for ordering, and it's a cute little envelope. This is just another napkin decoupage, little sheep, little prayer, some coffee stained ledger with some pretty lace. Someone sent me this in Happy Mail, and it was a little charm that says wisdom, and I liked it, so I put it on a little tiny Tim Holtz paper clip and just hung it right there on the side of this pretty lace. It says, "You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know." There's another little Raggedy Ann. It says, "Don't forget to play." I put a little flower on in her hair. And this was inspired by a friend. Oh, this was a video that I watched online. A class, I mean. And I wanted to put part of that in here, so I did. I just put some material here and made it a little flip. And then here's a to-do list for her. And another little to-do card. This has got some vintage wallpaper on the back of it. And it just fits in this first little pocket. And this bag came from my sweet friend Anita. Thank you, Anita. I put one in here. This is just a picture of my Lazy Susan I have over there with all these cans and jars on it, and made to look vintage, so I put a picture in there. And this is one of my first watercolors I did a long time ago. I think about a year ago. Yeah, 2 years ago actually. So that's just a tag that fits in the second pocket. Little some more Raggedy Ann. Some more of that little, where the bunny is, it's a Prima stamp of a Holly Hobby girl. So I stamped her on this little piece of fabric. Got one of my tiny little doilies up here. It says, "Anyone can catch your eye, but it takes someone special to catch your heart." And then this is just a little thing that says gauze. Here's a window that I cut out of a die on my favorite paper. And Rhonda can put a photo on here, or she could journal, or whatever she wants she can put in there. And then this is just a rusted clip that I made. Whoopsie. And it holds it holds the doily shut, but if you open the doily, it's a little hidden spot to journal. And it's another one of my watercolors of the sweet hummingbird that I did July of 2017. And I just embossed some craft paper for the back side. And I had it like this, just because I think it looks better like that. And then on this side, I took a paint chip of green with some sewing, and I put a piece of screen, try to get it without the glare, a piece of screen and a little ladybug sticker in there to make the window. And then in the top, it's got a tiny little tag that pulls out, and it says, "Oh, happy life," for all her little journaling needs. There's a lot of journaling space in that one. Cute little rose. This page opens up like this. And it's got, I was going to make this a, like a bookmark. But I thought, oh, how cute. I'll just put it on the edge. And so that this would match, I, used a piece of old wallpaper here with some of this leaf trim and some vintage buttons. Some of these buttons are older than me. They came from, family. I've inherited some buttons. I don't know what that is. A little piece of black. This just has some washi tape. I put washi tape of cameras because I love taking pictures, and photography. I was really big into that for a long time. It says take time to create, and it has ice cream because I love ice cream. I don't eat it as much as I want to, but I do love it. So there's washi ice cream, and I don't know about you, but we're always needing to measure something, and I love this pink washi. So I put some of that in there. Here's some more of my kitchen tablecloth. And this is another one of those sweet little envelopes that I got from Ellie. I think it was a freebie from ordering from her Etsy. And I just put it in upside down so she could open it like this and journal in it and then fold it back to close. And this is just a piece of lace and a little flower. And this was also inspired by Ellie because I saw her do it in my little journal that I got from her, and I loved it. Thought it was super cute. So here's another tuck spot. A pocket with that beautiful, handkerchief on the inside. Another one of the Edith Holden pages with another prayer. Just sewed on there. Lots of journaling space here. That's the first signature. It says, true beauty in a woman is reflected in her soul. And then I've got another little Raggedy Ann image that I found here. And then this starts the second signature with that same page. Another one of the Edith Holden pages that I just sewed on a prayer with more coffee stained paper for journaling. I love this image. I think it's beautiful. It's got the thistle and it's all thistle. It's like 3 different types of thistle, but with the little bumblebees or bees or, oh, I just love it. I thought it was so pretty, and I hope she loves it too. Some more of that pretty handkerchief paper on the inside. And I saw this on Facebook, and I love it. And I printed it out a long time ago, and since then I've seen everybody post it, but yeah, it's super cute. So I just made a little place for journaling here. It says, make something pretty today, and it has another little Raggedy Ann doll. And this is one of the dolls I made special for one of my friends in high school. She wanted it to, be different because she thinks she's different. So instead of red hair, I gave it pink hair. And the skin is made out of a shabby chic sheet. Yeah. This says, true friendship is seen through the heart, not through the eyes. I love that stamp. Here's a little California poppies because I live in California. Here's the little ladybug, the 2-spotted ladybug beetle. And here's another Read It On like corner flip, and I layered it up just like Laura did, and I love that, Laura. I'm so glad you inspired me to do that because I think it's super cute. More spots to journal. Here's some Martha Stewart dies that I have, and a doily, and another one, and just some washi, and I put some little hearts. I sewed the hearts down the edge on both sides for another little tuck spot. It's nice and strong when you layer it up like that. Here's another one of the ticket paper clip. I don't know what they're called. And anyway, it says, "You are my happy, happy place." And, you know, I love strawberries. And when I saw this, I had to print it out because it's so stinking cute. Look at these little mice. And they're making rose petal jam. Is that not the cutest? So I backed it with a postcard, a vintage postcard. So that's in there. And then in the second signature, I used the pattern case, and that's just part of it. But there's a little tiny envelope that I made, and when it opens up, it's got cute little ledger paper in here to do some journaling, and then the paper clip is covered with a piece of paper that has roses on it, and it has a tiny little washer right here, and the magnet is behind the washi tape there, so it snaps shut. And on the back side, the little paper clip is so that you can put it to somewhere. And I just have it right here on this little flap. And a vintage tag, the little bit of this, can't think of what it's called, twine, I guess. I love those jars. Here's a little pair of scissors. Everything's vintage because I love vintage. I like anything that looks old. So here's some more strawberries because I love strawberries. And this came from a notepad that I have. And this is just some ruffles. So I just said that at the top. This is one of the Martha Stewart dies I have. The punches, I mean. And then in this pocket, this is also from Elsie Bell's bookshelf. It's a cute little tuck spot. And this is strawberries in a jar. Super cute. And then this was just a cute little piece of paper I had sitting on my desk, and it had the wood, and I love that. So it has some ticking and a little bit of the crochet cotton with a little tiny piece of that, I don't know, what do you call that, string? And another little Raggedy Ann doll. Like tucks in there like that. This says, "A friend is one who knows us, but loves us anyway." I love that. And that's from Jerome Cummings, I guess. Yeah. And then here's a little, a big, giant Raggedy Ann doll. Some vintage ones. Another little spot here to journal. And then this is one of those beautiful antique cuffs. I'll link all the digitals that I have for this down below. Some more coffee stained paper, ledger paper. This is baking paper, I think. I don't think that's tracing paper. I think it's I think it's parchment paper. I'm not sure. And then this is a beautiful napkin I have of a hummingbird with hibiscus, and I love it. I love how this was coffee stained. And in the very middle, I've got the little brass bells dangling here. And here's another one of those cut aparts, and I just added some more Raggedy Ann and Andy. And I went ahead and wrote her a little note as if this postcard was being sent to her, but it's just in here behind this little doily that I have of Cherry Lynn die of book page with some more napkin. And this is just like a flower with some bee on it. Super cute. And I saw this and I love it. It says, "True love, an old farmhouse, a garden, good friends, too many animals, and happy kids, time to read and time to look at the stars. That's what I want. It might sound boring to some. It sounds perfect to me." I thought that was cute. Here's Raggedy Andy. This one is a scanned Raggedy Andy that my mom made this one for me a long time ago. Long time ago. And I still have it. I love it. And I just put a couple of buttons and a little bow made out of some of that cotton material. And then this is a little die cut of a coffee cup. Another one of my favorite napkins to Mod Podge, and it's the Bluebird. I love that one. It's so pretty. This just says the description of flute. Has a little piece of vintage music paper Mod Podged in the corner. It says, "It's so nice having a friend like you by my side." And this is the pattern, a very old pattern. I think it's from the 70s, maybe even earlier, I'm not sure, but it says 1970s, of the Raggedy Ann and Andy pattern. And this is the actual case for it. So I made a tag to put in there, vintage music paper. It says create. It has like an edge punch over here with some brown. This is felt and a button, pretty pink flower, lots of sewing, the lines going this way, and ticking fabric. It's not fabric, this is paper. It just says journal, and it has a pretty little tea cup with some roses in it and the bluebird. I thought that was so pretty, so that's the tag I made for that pocket. And then you get to another one of those antique cuffs, and this is an image from TsunamiRose, but I cut it out on the Scan and Cut, and then I did it on like a cream colored cardstock, and then I colored it in with a gray Tombow pen. And on this flip out, I just put a piece of my denim, some lace. This is like a ribbon, fabric ribbon. I think it's wired, but I took the wire out and I just kind of made a doily out of it. Some ribbon, some more ticking. And this description, it says garnet. And garnet is my semi-precious stone of my birthstone. It's a red color, so that's why I put that there. And then this is Hugs and Kisses. Hugs and Kisses. I thought that was so cute. It's a little piggy. And then this just says, be strong, go with your heart, and believe in miracles because anything can happen. Some more of the embroidery. Cute little flip out of a half doily cherry lin die that I have, and I put the heart there, and there's a heart here, the image of a heart here, which I kind of thought went with that saying. Here's a horse. It says, whoa there. I thought that was so cute. And then there's some coffee stains. It's a stencil. It says, thanks a latte. I love my coffee. It says, I drink coffee because without it, I'm basically a 2-year-old whose blankie is in the washer. I thought that was so cute. So I did a little flip out. This was on a packaging for some notes that I got from a friend just recently in the Happy Mail. And thank you. Thank you, Anita. This is just some cheesecloth. A little rubber stamp of a little coffee mug. Some lace. And then here's some more of that plastic netting. And this one didn't have garlic. This one had ginger in it. But I know that Rhonda is like me. She loves purple. So I thought she'd get a kick out of these paint chips that are purple. And I just made a little spot for her to journal. So that's in the back pocket. And in the front, it's got another piece of note paper. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. And it's such a pretty piece of paper, but I just folded it up, stuck it in that front pocket right here. It looked cute. Here's some more pretty lace, and here's a little safety pin with some beads on it, with a little piece of crochet cotton on there. Here's another, they got thread all over me. Here's another little paper clip and a clothespin. It says wish list right here on the back of my Levi's. This pops open, and because the magnet holds it shut, I put washi tape there. And because this was kind of purple, I think that was the only purple washi tape I had. So I gave her some sweet little unicorns to look at. Here's some beautiful, excuse me, thistle. And I like the antique look. I didn't color that in because if she wants to, she can. But I had stamped on here, she believed she could, so she did. Here's some more purple paint chip for Rhonda to write on or add a picture to. Just an index card, a little bit of blue, since there was blue right here. I thought that'd be cute right there. Just how my mind works. So this is this is like that second, yeah, this is the end of the second signature. So of course there's another pocket with some beautiful handkerchief paper on the inside lining it with the purple flowers. Here's another Edith Holden page that has another prayer sewed on it. Some more coffee stained paper. Lots of room to journal. This is the middle. I think I'm going to stop right here and do a part 2 because it's just taken me forever, but this is a rooster and a cute little heart with some wallpaper on the back of it that fits in this tiny little tuck spot here of Levi's. Okay, and I'll be right back. Thanks for watching part 1.